Bonsoir, good evening. I'm Faye Diamantoudi, Professor of Economics and Dean of Graduate Studies at Concordia University. I'm here to talk to you today, without props, about the instance where these two worlds of mine, the professor and the dean, happily collided. During my humble beginning as a theoretical economist, I studied coalitional stability, a term some reclusive, bearded old professor would concoct? Not really. It is the thing underlining many of our global challenges. Coalitional stability addresses situations where the common good that can be achieved by all countries, municipalities, cities, citizens, companies, when acting together, is undermined because each of these agents acts in a self-interested manner against the common good. Sounds more familiar? My work with graduate students and collaborators tries to identify tools that will deter each of us from deviating and sabotaging the common good and at the same time encourage us to stay the course. One of the most important applications of my theoretical work is the stability of international environmental agreements. Montreal Protocol, 1987. Kyoto Protocol, 1997. Paris Agreement, 2015. And these are just 3 out of some 3,000 agreements signed so far. Is climate change still a problem? Just the numerous attempts to address it attest not only to its existence and gravity, but also to the difficulty in doing so. The challenge lies exactly in the juxtaposition of each country's desire for global collaboration and inability to commit and act towards it. So, what would make a difference? What would bridge the conflicting interests of each country? The list of instruments is long, but there are 2 that matter now for this conversation. Technology. Of course, we need different, cleaner ways of producing and consuming, because part of the tension lies in the fallacy that we need to do less to pollute less. No. We just need to do differently so that pollution, the byproduct, the negative externality, is no longer there. Doing differently requires investment in the knowledge economy, requires human capital to generate impactful innovation so that we can permanently alter the dilemma, so that individual and global interests are aligned and no sacrifices are necessary for the benefit of all. And choices. Choices based on information and awareness. The choices we all make on what to purchase, where to live, who to vote for. Amidst fake news and misinformation shaking faith in science, we must continue to invest in the knowledge economy. The more we educate ourselves, the more we will educate others, and educated citizens make educated choices. It is much easier to negotiate, to share, to commit to others, and to future generations when all this is done over a common and undeniably verified set of facts and truths. I introduced myself as a professor and a dean of graduate studies. As a dean, I'm meant to fuel the Canadian economy with talent, with human capital, with expertise that innovates, produces new technologies, and introduces ways of achieving growth with less spillover damage. I recruit and support thousands of graduate students in labs and research centers and institutes where the novel ideas become impactful results. And these students graduate and move on to work and contribute to the advancement of our economy and society with the skills they acquired. And the benefits perpetuate. And this is where my worlds collide here tonight. Voltage research is about the electrification of society. This means carbon-neutral solutions that will come from research in building technology, energy storage, smart grids, and transportation electrification. My role in Voltage as an administrator is to bring together 250 doctoral students that will do exactly what years of my research preached. Change the way we do things. Do it in a cleaner manner. Do it in an efficient and sustainable manner. And spread the news. Voltage has taken off with a lofty yet attainable goal: to significantly decrease global CO2 emissions by reinventing buildings and transit systems, by engaging communities to reduce emissions. Voltage is bringing together over 140 established researchers across various disciplines with a joint vision to address the technical aspects of electrification as well as the societal and policy-oriented challenges they entail. I'm full of optimism around what lies ahead in the joint path that the collision of my two worlds has carved. I look forward to meeting and supporting our 250 young and brilliant minds and witnessing firsthand their advances. Thank you.